I don't really understand what's going on at Discord. Bad decisions in corporations is typically like the iconic duo. You look anywhere, any corporation, any company that gets big enough, they all make the worst decisions known to mankind. And then you sit there, you just scratch your head wondering why? What's the purpose? Who approved of this? Why is this actually happening? And that is what today's topic is about. Now, you may or may not have heard, and if you haven't heard this, brace yourself. Just sit down in your chair and just close your eyes, because this is going to be some alarming news. Discord is changing the way that usernames work. Let me give you a minute to take that in. You good? All right, let's continue. So last week, Discord made a post that was announcing that they were changing the way usernames operated. And my God, in the past week that this has been announced, it's been the biggest shitstorm known to mankind. Let's go over what's going on. So you may have seen this already, but if you haven't yet, it says, heads up, usernames are evolving. Over the coming weeks, everyone will be updating to a new username format. Instead of having a discriminator like number 0001, usernames will be entirely unique. You can keep your display name as it is today, or choose a wild and crazy one to express yourself better. We know this is kind of like other apps, but that's the point. New usernames will be easier to remember and share with friends. We'll let you know when you can make this change. And then they add, the longer you've used Discord, the sooner you'll be able to do it, which that used to be how it was, but there's some little amendments added to it. There's a little asterisk by it that they're not showing here. Because when they first announced this, people were like, oh my God, all right, that's cool. That's actually going to be amazing. And then Discord was kind of like, oh fuck, we forgot we have Discord Nitro. Now, if you don't know, Discord Nitro is a feature that you can pay for. I think they have like what, basic, and then just like, I guess, Nitro Turbo. And it's supposed to give you a lot of different options and features to go alongside of it. One of them was allow you to choose your discriminator. So if you want to be, or I guess I want to be, right? On my username, I choose Wasabi, and then I want 6969. I could do that. Or if I wanted it to be Wasabi 0001, I could do that. That's a function of Nitro. And this is what makes no sense to me. You are literally just destroying one of your own core features of Nitro. You're literally just what reason? There's no logical thought behind it. I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself, but Discord is literally creating a solution for a problem that did not exist. But you know what? Let's find out why Discord is actually making this change. Maybe there is a good reason. Spoiler alert, there isn't. But let me show you. So this is the blog post that Discord made a couple days ago that they've been amending. As you can see, May 5th and May 10th. This is pretty much, hey, hi, we're the guys at Discord, and then they explain how we got here. But here's where the interesting stuff really comes. This is their reason on, oh, this is why we're making the change, guys. Please don't be mad at us. How usernames ended up after 8 years. As Discord has grown and friending has become more popular, more problems have emerged. The technical and product debt we incurred years ago caught up with us, and small issues that seemed to impact a few people started affecting tens of millions of people. I don't really know if I believe that, but hey, Discord probably got some numbers. Maybe, I'm not going to say they're wrong because I don't have the numbers, but I don't think this issue is as big as they're claiming it to be. But they said the biggest problem, our current usernames can often be too complicated or obscure for people to remember and share easily. Now, from my personal experience, if I ever shared a username, I literally just open the Discord app on my phone and I click on it, I check what it is, and I send it to someone. Or I get their phone number and I just send it via a text message or something. I don't think there's ever been a moment where I don't have my phone on me at all, and I'm like, oh shit, my Discord name? Oh God, I wish I knew my Discord name right now. Like, I've never been in a situation in public. Now, I'm not saying that this couldn't happen, but I have never been in a situation in public where someone has come up to me, hey dog, what's your username? What's your Discord username? You're cool as fuck, dog. I want to add you. Whatever the case might be. Like, that doesn't happen. I just really can't picture that. And maybe I'm out of touch. And maybe there's a lot of people out there that are trying to share their Discord username or friendly code or whatever the fuck you want to call it 24/7. Maybe that is true, but I doubt it. So here are the reasons that Discord gives. They said, we have heard from tons of people that they are running into problems like these. You try to share your username outside of Discord. Fortunately, you either can't remember the discriminator, have to explain which letters are uppercase and lowercase, or have to try and specify which special characters your name uses. Now, you know what? That's a fair one. I can give that. But I mean, that's a product of your system. If you really feel like that's that big of a deal, then just make it to where uppercase and lowercase are the same thing. Force it so that if someone has a username and they want to be Phoebe, then just make it that the whole thing could be the same. But then the discriminator is what's going to be the deciding factor when you add somebody, instead of, well, this Phoebe has a uppercase P, but a lowercase H, but then an uppercase I. Just remove that. Remove the discriminator for the letters itself, or the chain, or the special uniqueness for adding a username that have like uppercase and lowercase. Just get rid of that. Boom, problem solved. Discord, haha, problem fixed. You meet someone IRL that you want to talk to on Discord and they say, I'm Phoebe8936. You go home and add Phoebe8936 to only find out you added the wrong Phoebe, because your new friend's username is actually Phoebe8936 with a capital I. Again, I don't think there is in any godforsaken universe where someone has ever been like, dog, you're cool as fuck. What's your Discord username? I want to add you. It's more like, hey, what's your phone number? All right, cool. When I get home, I'll send you a text with my Discord username or something like that. Or they just pull out their phone. I mean, in this day and age, I don't think it's pretty crazy to think that a majority of people have their phone on them 24/7, and then they have a Discord app installed on their phone, so they just go and pull it out. Of course, there's people who just use Discord maybe at home on desktop. That's possible, but for the most part, again, you could just say, hey, what's your phone number? I hit you up later and send you a Discord invite. Or they could say Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, whatever the case might be. But I just don't see what universe someone has ever been like, hey, dog, hey, what's your Discord username? Discord continues by saying, you want to use common names like Mike or Jane, but there are already 9,999 Mikes or Janes, so you're blocked from that name together. Well, you already fucked up right there, Discord. I'm sorry to stop you in your tracks, but now instead of being just Mike and then having a random discriminator, guess what? Now there's going to be Mike 953845005533348, because you're going to have a bajillion Mikes now, so you're not going to get the name Mike to begin with. So this point is mute. If you really cared about people being able to use the name Mike, then instead of having 4 discriminators, you would bump it up to 5 discriminators. Wow. Oh my God. Wow. I should work with Discord. Your problem's already been solved. You're creating a solution for a problem that doesn't exist. And the reason why I'm so passionate about this, because this is such a weird and dumb decision from a corporation that doesn't need to make decisions like this. I can't comprehend why. What is the purpose behind this? And then they continue saying, you like to change your username a lot, but you get rate limited. I mean, I guess that's true, but Discord already said, I think we already read it earlier, but they already said, hey, your username that you like, guess what? You'll be able to change it, but you're not going to be able to just change it all the time. So you're still going to be rate limited anyway. So how is this like a benefit? So yeah, I got a little bit ahead, but it's right here. So when they said how we're improving the name, they said they'll be much easier to remember the new username, but guess what? You'll be able to continue to change your username, but not too frequently. So your problem that you listed up here saying you like to change your username a lot and get rate limited, that doesn't make sense. It's contradicted. You're acting like this is a problem and then now you're going to solve it with this new one, but you're still going to have it limited regardless. So what's the point even showcasing this as like an argument? And then last but not least, they put here, your friend says they changed their name to vernacular, but it's actually vernacular. And you have trouble finding them. Again, this is a problem that could easily be fixed without the changing to a whole completely different system. I just don't know how this is supposed to be like a gotcha moment. Like, oh man, see, you guys just didn't realize how big these issues were. This sounds like a very isolated incident, to be honest. But who knows? And so this is how Discord approached the problem. They said, we have considered many potential solutions to these issues, and most ended up being halfway fixes that don't solve the fundamental difficulty of easily remembering and sharing your identity with friends. Here is an example. We decided at one point that the most important issue to solve was case sensitivity and special characters. So there could only be one Phoebe8936 instead of allowing permutations like the capital and lowercase, both being Phoebe8936, but with different uppercase and lowercase, they can still be different people. Cool, you just fixed the problem. You remove that. So now, on top of that, you add an extra number, add an extra discriminator. Problem solved. There you go. Now people understand. All right, if I'm Wasabi, cool. I'm Wasabi9934, and then someone else could be Wasabi9984. And if I want to pay for Discord Nitro, then I can pay to be Wasabi0001 if it's available. Wow. problem has been fixed. But no, Discord continues to they just pretty much explain why this is such a great improvement over the system and how this is going to be amazing and it's going to fix all the issues, even though everyone has voiced against it, partly because there's actual legitimate concerns about it, which is, what if someone wants to find you? Well, if you got a singular username that, not everyone's going to be able to have the same name, it just makes it that much easier for someone to find you if they really want to. Because if you might think that this is not a big thing, it doesn't happen. All it does, there are people who are going to go to the end of the world to find certain people, like Mr. Beast. What if he wanted the name Mr. Beast on Discord? Well, right now, you probably got a fucking million different Mr. Beast out there, and there's no way to tell which one is the real one unless he attached his YouTube channel to his Discord profile and it got verified. So you can be Mr. Beast in peace and not have to worry about a million fucking random people trying to add you. Well, now, if Mr. Beast wants his username, he can have it, but now everyone's going to know that it's at Mr. Beast, easily to find on Discord to add and spam if they really want to. That's a big deal. That's an issue. You can't have any form of peace at all on this platform. Here's the biggest thing that Discord is doing. They're trying to turn this into a goddamn social media platform when this is just supposed to message your goddamn friends. Message your friends, chill on a server. That's it. This isn't like you go log into discord.com and you got like a whole timeline and you get to just see different messages and tweets from random people you don't know. Like, they're trying to turn this into like a public thing where you can just search up random people and be like, oh man, hey, let me see what Mr. Beast is doing on Discord today, or some random shit. Like, this is not what Discord needs to be. It already did what it needed to perfectly fine. Now, I get the concern that, hey, they need to make money, but I just don't understand, because like I said, this defeats the purpose of one of the Nitro benefits, which was having a unique discriminator that you can choose on your own. So I don't know what this change is supposed to solve. And on top of that, the best part about all of this in general is because of how big of a shitstorm this is, Discord has been making so many amendments to their the way they've been trying to announce this change and show people. Like right here, they just updated this as well. A new profile badge for old usernames to help everyone identify their friends during the transition. Users will have their old usernames with the discriminator added to their user profile under a new profile badge, and alongside server nicknames from mutual servers. To see someone's old username, hover your mouse over the new badge on their profile or check their aliases in their profile or in your DMs with that users. Again, you're trying to solve a problem that didn't exist. And this is probably gonna be even worse. If you said everyone already has trouble remembering the Discord usernames, then what's the point of this? If I can't remember a friend is Billy Bob 958, then how am I supposed to remember when I go to someone's profile and they're Fortnite Dancer 85 is their new Discord username, but then they have Billy Bob 855 as their old previous discriminator. If I never knew what it was to begin with, then this doesn't do anything. It doesn't solve much. So to finish this video off nicely, this is where I was talking about earlier that there's some asterisks to old usernames get priority for new usernames. They said we want to be particularly considerate of longtime Discord users who have had their usernames for quite a while. So we will be assigning priority to choose your username based on when you registered for Discord. In terms of rollout, we're starting with access to owners of partnered and verified servers, then to all users based on the age of their account in the coming months, starting with 2015. Current Nitro subscribers paying for the ability to customize their discriminator that registered for Nitro on or before March 1st, 2023 will also be given early access. So there you have it. It's kind of like pay to win. Now maybe they're saying that depending on whoever had Nitro before, I don't really know. Maybe there's like a more granular way of them to sign in priority based rollouts. But from what I just read, they're pretty much saying, hey, you pay for Nitro, guess what? All those people who got usernames or was what Discord in 2015, back to the line, buddy. You're not going to get your chance first. So if someone had Nitro and they want to be Billy, but you had your Discord account 3 years before they did, well, guess what? They get Billy and you don't get Billy, which is fucked up in its own right. And again, this is solving a problem that never existed. Anyways, I ranted on long enough. Again, I know this is like first world problems, but I just can't comprehend dumb decisions made by companies or corporations. And this is really just takes the cake because none of this has made sense at all. You've already had people like Linus Tech Tips talk about it, and you have everyone just all agreeing on the same thing, that this doesn't solve anything. This doesn't fix any problems. And you can tell because of how many amendments they have made so far that clearly this isn't the greatest transition, or let alone the greatest solution to the problem that they concocted up in their head. But yeah, you made this far into the video, consider giving it a like, subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment below what you think. Have a great day. Yeah.